This is my friend Mike. This is Phill and Mike from High Point Homeworks, and they're the ones that I call when there's an inspection, and I say, "Can you do these things on this inspection before we list?" And you will take that list and you'll go ahead and you'll just go through it. Tell me what that's like. How does that work for you when I give you this list? Is this helpful or is it not helpful at all?
It's totally helpful. You get to know exactly what we're walking into, and it makes it easier to see all the things that we need to see and take care of. So.
How about you?
Yeah, punch lists are fantastic. Gives us the exact amount of work we know we need to do. We can schedule out the time, get there early, get there late, whenever we need to be there.
So do you typically work together? How would you differentiate your specialties with things?
I am better with plumbing and let's say framing and carpentry. Michael has anything that's broken that has little parts in it, he can fix it, and electrical.
Yeah.
Electrical, yeah, that's my favorite part. The switching out of the light fixtures makes such a difference when you're listing your house. And so going from like the boob light to something a little more aesthetically pleasing is one of my favorite things to have done when you're listing a home. Are there things that you really enjoy doing as part of, not necessarily getting a home ready for market, but in general with your business? Are there things that kind of light you up and make you excited?
100%.
Tell us more.
Fine finish carpentry.
Really?
Yes, sanding, staining, building wine racks, things like that. Custom shelving, the kind that you would have in a closet, similar things that make people's lives better and that you have to measure 3 to 4 times and cut once.
So get the creative side of things?
Yes, also have to really pay attention.
Okay. Can you tell the story about the pergola that you built for us? That was one of those moments where I knew that they were so patient with me. Can you tell that story?
Well, we did build a pergola for you that was originally it was 10 feet tall.
Which is not that tall to me.
They were 6x6s. Yeah, 10-foot 6x6s. And so we built it and put it all up, and it was a nightmare to get together, but we did get it up. And then once it was up,
Sarah saw it from her deck, and it was high enough that you could jump from one to the other, and it realized that it was way too big, so we had to drop it down to 8 foot.
And it probably weighed nearly 1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
So
to get it down, we had to use basically a car jack and move it down 3 inches at a time on all 4 of the legs until we got it down to 8 foot. And in the end of the day, it's still standing as far as I know.
It's beautiful. I love it so much. But it was one of those things where I didn't know how tall 10 feet would be. You are wonderful because you listen to the customer and you do exactly what I ask. And then when I realized that was a huge mistake, you come back and you say, well, let's figure out how to fix this. Let's fix it. And you do a really good job of you didn't make me feel bad. You didn't tell me that it was, sometimes people will say, but no, it looks good. And I know that it doesn't, and then I have to argue with them about whether or not it looks good. You were like, okay, that sounds great. And so it was...
You're the one looking at it, not us.
Yeah. So. And also in our business, it's the answer to everything is, okay, now what? Yeah. There is no mistake. At the end of the day, you've got to figure out what happens next.
Right. Because there's a big difference between what somebody has in their head and then communicating that to you and you understanding and doing it in a way that they thought it was going to be. Have you ever had an experience where there was a disconnect on that? Well, I guess that's a good example of one. I'm going to change the subject. One of my favorite parts about working with you is that I can text on a Saturday afternoon and say, this home is not going to close until this door gets fixed. And I text Phill and I'm like, can you please just go do that? And you just went, within the hour, you went there and you fixed this door and we were able to close. Like, I love how you were able to put my clients and the big picture of this business first and foremost, and I just really appreciate that about you. Do you have things that you enjoy about doing work on the other side of that?
So
I think I understand what you're saying. Yes.
Okay.
I very much enjoy working with Sarah, particularly because she has a very good vision of what she wants. Outside of the pergola, there's never any questions about her exact detail of what she wants, to the color, to the sheen, to whatever it might be. So those are really nice things to have. And a good relationship is hard to find these days, so it's pretty nice.
It's been we've been working together for a long time.
Yeah.
I would say, 5 years or so, and it goes, again, the shorthand that we have I can say, can you just do this? And it's done. And then if I have a question or if I need, further clarification, you already know. You already know. Yeah. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks.